We're going to check out Weightlifting Technique Review Episode 3. This is going to be with Nguyen Hun, one of the weightlifters I coach. So you can see here, he's going to be working on a halting snatch deadlift into a snatch. This is important as we're going to watch some technical differences between what he's doing in the halting snatch deadlift and the actual snatch. You can see staying over the bar really well, coming up nice and tall, getting extended. This is a pretty good position overall, maybe slightly forward, but really good overall. Then we can see in the snatch, the bar is coming slightly forward around the knees. And then right here, that's the big difference, where he's starting that second pull early and then actually coming forward to the bar. So you can see again, as we're going up in weight, this is going to become more exacerbated. That's where we're going to see some of these issues arise. So you can see staying over the bar and then coming into the snatch, the bar leaves the ground, comes forward, stays forward until he starts to get into the pull, and then his feet move back to try and have an equal balance. So you can see right here, he gets fully extended and everything looks pretty sharp, but then his feet bend back. And that puts him in a position to where then his body is not going to be equal with the bar. It's okay for the feet to move backwards, but the bar has to come back with it. And that's what we see here, is that he comes up, really good job staying over the bar, comes through into his actual snatch, bar leaves the ground, comes forward early, stays forward, scoops under early, and then his feet move back, and he gets pushed under by the bar. Then, in contrast, he has this set where, he stays over the bar really well, comes into his snatch, and so see some of the similarities, a little bit more back though, and then the difference is that the bar comes backwards with him. So then we see a comparison side to side, as you see here. On the left, the miss, he comes forward early. On the right, he stays back, and he actually moves the bar backwards with him. So that's the big key detail there, is that if the bar is going to be moving backwards, you have to if you're moving backwards, you have to bring the bar with you. If there's a disconnect where the body's moving backwards and the bar's not, then you're going to be missing in front. Then if we look at some snatch pulls, we can see a really good job of staying over the bar, coming through. So staying over the bar, that late second pull popping through. So that's more of what we want to recreate in the whole snatch. So it's going to take some technique practice and just making sure that the halting snatch looks, the normal snatch looks more like the halting snatch. You can see we're just going to be checking out some high hang cleans. So one thing I'd like to see a little bit of a difference is instead of catching or dipping down completely vertical, a little bit more forward lean. So you can see here this is a good job of getting the bar back and then standing up. So this is a great exercise for working on control of the bar positioning and getting a good full extension. So you can see here, this was a little bit better job, slight forward lean on the dip. I'd like to see a little bit more still, but then driving up, getting full extension, and then keeping the bar relatively close. Earlier on, he pushed the bar a bit away from him, whereas now he's keeping it tighter to his body. And that's going to be what we want. We want to keep the bar as close as we can throughout the whole lift. So you can see bending the knees, leaning forward, getting over the bar. That replicates the actual lift more, and then driving back into that nice, smooth, full extension, to then being able to just reposition the hips. That's the big major detail. The knees aren't going to be changing a lot of position ideally, and then that way we can just have the hips drop back and down. And that way once you're in the fully extended position, that's the major change. So doing a monstrous 345 on this movement. So you can see pretty good job of standing up the bar, getting it set in the hips. This one he gets a decent lean forward and then driving up into that full extension, a little bit forward of a push. So you can see what happens is that he drives down, the bar ends up slightly in front, and so then it kind of collapses him. But he's able to save it, and then he goes up and does his jerks. This video wasn't directly on jerks, and we'll do a different video on that later on for him. So there you go. That's technique review number 3, and we'll keep bringing back more of these with other athletes.